The kingdom beneath the Rootspire. The Rootspire rose from the heart of the continent like a god's forgotten thought, vast, ancient, and impossibly alive. Its trunk vanished into the clouds, bark furrowed like the skin of something that had endured too many ages to count. Villages clustered at its base in reverent circles, their roofs angled outward as though bowing. No one built too close. Everyone knew the truth whispered into lullabies and prayers alike. The world was hanging. Deep beneath the soil, inverted and unseen by ordinary eyes, the kingdom of Kaelora clung to the Rootspire's roots, like a reflection trapped in dark glass. Its towers pointed downward into the abyss. Its rivers flowed upward towards stone ceilings. Its people walked on streets of root and bone, never seeing the sky, never knowing that gravity itself was borrowed. And now the Rootspire was rotting. Alira felt it before anyone named it. She always did. She knelt at the base of the tree at dawn, palms pressed to the loam, breath slow and reverent. The earth answered her touch with a shudder, a sick, uneven pulse, like a heart skipping beats. Sap seeped from a fissure in the bark, blackened and foul-smelling, flies already gathering in a trembling halo. Decay had found the god tree. "The roots are failing," she murmured. As a horticulture mage, Alira had spent her life listening to what plants could not say aloud. She spoke in chlorophyll and cambium, in growth cycles and rot patterns. She could coax orchards back from blight and persuade forests to shift their borders. But the Rootspire was not merely a plant, it was an axis. By nightfall, the tremors began. Not earthquakes, those were blunt, careless things. These were subtle, nauseating tilts, like the world adjusting its balance and failing. Wells overflowed. Birds fled in spirals. In the capital, the High Conclave finally spoke the words everyone feared. "If the Rootspire dies," they said, voices thin with awe, "Kaelora will fall, not crumble, not fade, fall." Alira was summoned before dawn. No ceremony, no pretense. "You are to descend," the Archsage told her, eyes rimmed red. Into the roots. Into the kingdom beneath," Alira swallowed. No surface dweller had entered Kaelora in living memory. The descent was a vertical pilgrimage through living tunnels, saplit and narrow, where gravity slowly betrayed the body and the mind. Legends claimed those who went down too far forgot which way was up. She packed lightly, pruning blades etched with runes, vials of growth elixir, soil samples wrapped in silk, and one small lantern grown from bioluminescent moss, light fed by breath and heartbeat. The descent began at the hollow gate, a wound in the earth where roots curved inward like ribs. As she climbed down, the air thickened, warm and sweet with rot. The roots groaned around her, shifting in their sleep. Sap dripped like slow tears, staining her hands dark. Gravity twisted gradually, politely at first, then insistently. By the time she reached Kaelora, she was no longer climbing down. She was walking upright into an upside-down world. The kingdom hung from the roots in quiet defiance. Buildings were grown, not built, woven from lignin and vine, reinforced with stone taken from ancient ceilings. People moved calmly through streets that arched above her head. Their lanterns burned blue. Their faces, when they saw her, reflected a dawning horror. "The Rootspire bleeds," one whispered. Kaelora's queen received Alira in a hall whose floor was a tangle of colossal roots, polished smooth by centuries of footsteps. The monarch's crown was a circlet of petrified wood, cracked down the middle. "Our ceilings are shedding soil," the queen said. "Our children dream of falling. The titan roots are softening." "Tell me, mage, how long do we have?" Alira pressed her palm to the floor. She felt it then, the true wound. A rot not natural, not patient. Something had gnawed at the Rootspire from within, feeding on its ancient magic. A parasite older than kingdoms, buried where the deepest roots converged. "Days," Alira said. "Perhaps hours. The journey deeper was worse." Below Kaelora lay the Heartroot Vaults, where gravity became a suggestion and time thickened like resin. The roots there were swollen, blackened, hollowed out by something that pulsed when disturbed. Alira's lantern flickered, dimming with each step, as if afraid. At the center, she found the rock given form. It was not a creature with limbs or eyes. It was hunger shaped like memory, a fungus god, pale and vast, threading itself through the rootspire's core. It drank decay and exhaled collapse. Each pulse loosened the world above. Alira knelt, hands shaking. To cut it out would kill the tree. To leave it would doom everything. So she did the only thing she could. She fed the rootspire herself. She broke her vials, pouring growth magic into the wounded roots, not as a command, but as an offering. She sang in the old green tongue, voice cracking, giving the tree what it had not had in centuries, care without expectation. She bound herself to it, mage to axis, letting its pain move through her, letting its strength move back. The parasite screamed as the roots tightened, starved of rot, forced into dormancy. Above, the tremors stilled. Below, Kelora breathed again. When Alira emerged days later, hair streaked white, veins faintly glowing green beneath her skin, the rootspire stood steady once more. Its sap ran clear, new shoots unfurled along its bark. She could not leave it. She became its keeper, part mage, part myth, rooted in purpose if not in place. Children would one day speak of her as a figure seen at dawn, palms pressed to bark, listening to the slow, sacred balance of a world held together by living things. And far beneath, the upside-down kingdom endured, hanging, trusting, alive, because one woman chose to descend rather than look away.